Your primal question is formed in your early childhood years. As a child, you had emotional needs for things such as self-worth, safety, value, purpose, and inclusion. And these show up in the form of questions that demand an answer from your caretaker. When the need is met and you get a yes to your question, you don't keep asking it. But if the need is unmet or the answer to the question comes back with a maybe or a no, that's what can lock in your primal question, which you constantly ask even as an adult. Asking the question and trying to get a yes to the answer. So think about this. Piles of cash in a mattress, in a freezer, in a filing cabinet, in a random closet under 3 boxes of shoes. That's where we found money stashed for my grandmother when we went to clean out her house after she passed away a few years ago. It reminds me that a lot of people feel scared that they won't have the resources they need. So they live a life afraid they won't have the money or resources. So they live in a pulled-in mentality. They live reserved and afraid. They live scared and base their decisions off of that fear. The thing they're asking themselves is, am I secure? Consciously or unconsciously, their actions are being led out that way. Am I secure? This question is the need for financial and relational security. Your greatest fear, if that's your question, is not having enough money or relational resources to protect yourself. This imprint comes from growing up in a home with financial insecurity. Maybe your parents are arguing all the time about bills or not having enough money at the end of the day. Now, many of us may ask the question of, do I have enough money to pay the bills at a time in our life, or even at the end of some months? But those with the primal question of, am I secure, spend extensive emotional, psychological, and physical energy to guarantee that security. It shows itself in 2 ways: having enough resources for your present and future needs, and asking yourself, am I secure in the relationships I have? People who have this question often will say, have I thought of all the financial possibilities? These people want to have a group around them. They make connections, even superficial ones, so they feel secure. These people may send a lot of texts to people, hey, just checking in with you. Wanted to remind you I'm here. They go to great lengths to avoid the pain of not having enough. They may go out to eat and stare at the menu, calculating every possible financial option before deciding, and they don't pick based on what sounds good to eat. Am I secure people are often financially successful people. They focus on making money to produce their financial security. It can lead to hoarding or even being stingy in some people. They are amazing, solid friends. They're always looking for ways to cement friendships and never torpedo or destroy it. Here's a few ways you can begin to move through this if it's your question. Remind yourself you have enough money. Your brain will often go to the worst case scenario, but you need to focus on the financial reality. Lean into being generous. Maybe help others learn to budget, using their money wisely. And friendships, these people are always thoughtful and they're going to look out for others. So take a moment and evaluate where you are today.